Good morning, my dears. Welcome back to our video class. And today we are going to learn English, and I am your English teacher. So let's move to the chapter. Our first chapter, the name of the first chapter is The Best Christmas Present in the World. And Christmas, it's a festival marked by family reunion, exchange of presents, and universal bonhomie. It's the birth of Jesus Christ. So this chapter, it is about a Christmas present in the world, a best Christmas present in the world. So take your textbook, page number 9, the best Christmas present in the world. Before you read, listen. There are some dates or periods of a time in the history of the world that are so significant that everyone knows and remembers them. The story you will read mentions one such date and event: a war between the British and the Germans in 1914. Can you guess which war it was? There are some significant dates and periods that everyone knows that time and remembers them. Maybe some wartime. And here the story mention one such date and one such event. That means a war between British and the Germans, and it is in the year of 1914. So you have to guess which war it was. In the year of 1914, which war it was happened. So it's just a work for you. You have to find out the date. After that, listen. Some dates are given below. Do you know which events the dates below refer to? First one is 4th July 1776. The second one, 17 December 1903. And the third one, 6th August 1945. And the next one, 30th January 1948. 12th April 1961, 20th July 1969. Do you know which events? No. And the first one, 4th July 1776, American Declaration of Independence. In the year of 1776, 4th July, American Declaration of Independence. And the next one, B, 17 December 1903. It is Wilbur and Orville Wright made the first flight. Okay. First flight. Remaining in the air for 20 seconds and covering 120 feet. This is the importance of this year. And the next one, 6 August 1945. It's a very important one. Hiroshima Day. An atom bomb was dropped on Hiroshima in Japan on the date 6th August 1945. Next one, 30th January 1948, Martyrs' Day. That is assassination of Mahatma Gandhi, father of our nation. And the next one, 12th April 1961, Yuri Gagarin became the first human to orbit the Earth. In the year of 1961, 12th April, Yuri Gagarin became the first human to orbit the Earth. And the last one, 20th July 1969. Next one, Neil Armstrong became the first human to set foot on the moon. In the year of 1969, July 20, Neil Armstrong became the first human to set foot on the moon. These are events, the dates below are refer. Okay. So, the lesson, the best Christmas present in the world, recites a Christmas story in the midst of a war. It reflects upon the longing of the soldiers to reunite with their families. On the other hand, it also throws light upon the longing of the families of these soldiers. One such wife, Connie, a 101-year-old lady whose husband was a soldier in the British Army, misunderstood her visitor to be her husband Jim and called the so-called reunion. the best Christmas present in the world. We have no time to waste, so let's move to the chapter The Best Christmas Present in the World. Listen, I spotted it in a junk shop in Bridport, a roll top desk. The man said it was early 19th century and oak. I had wanted one, but they were far too expensive. This one was in a bad condition, the roll top in several pieces, one leg clumsily mended, scotch marks all down one side. It was going for very little money. I thought I could restore it. It would be a risk, a challenge, but I had to have it. I paid the man and brought it back to my workroom at the back of the garage. I began work on it on Christmas Eve. Okay, did you understand? No? Some difficult words are there, isn't it? Yes. Okay. So, let's continue. I spotted it in a junk shop in Bridgeport, a roll-top desk. I spotted. Spotted means I found it or I saw it. Who's I mentioned here? I is the author. Author? Michael Mopugo. So, this chapter, The Best Christmas Present in the World, written by Michael Mopugo. So here, Michael Mopugo, he said that he spotted it in a junk shop. It means here a roll top desk. And junk shop means what is it by junk shop? A shop selling miscellaneous, that is second hand or old out of used materials. And Bridport it is a market town in Dorset. It is in England. And a roll top desk. It is a writing desk with a flexible cover sliding in curved grooves. Okay. The author found its roll top desk in a junk shop, and the man said it was early 19th century. The man means here the salesman, and he said that table, it was early 19th century and it is made up of oak. It was made up of oak and had wanted one, but they were far too expensive. So here the story opens with the narrator present a second-hand goods shop. He had been longing for a roll-top desk since a while, but couldn't get his hands on one because they were too expensive. Then what happened? Listen, this one was in a bad condition. This one means the roll top desk. It was in a bad condition. That means was not in a good condition. The roll top in several pieces, one leg clumsily mended, scotch marks all down on a side. So finally, the author, he saw one at the junk shop in Bridport. The seller told him that roll top, it belonged to the days of early 19th century and was made up of oak. Then, old as it was in poor shape. The roll top was not in a single piece. That means one of its leg was unskillfully repaired and it had marks on one of its sides as it were burnt down. Okay. Scorch marks means burn marks. Okay. It was going for very little money. It was going for, that means it was selling. It is an informal word. So it was selling for a very little money. I thought I could restore it. And here the author thought that he could restore that one. It would be a risk, a challenge, but I had to have it. And here the narrator wanted to get it so badly that he believed he could restore it even though it was less likely. I paid the man and brought it back to my workroom at the back of the garage. So then what happened? Listen, the author, he bought it by paying the man in the shop and took it home. He took it to his workroom, which was at the back of his garage, and began working on it on the eve of Christmas, that is, the Christmas Eve. Did you understand? Once again, listen. I spotted it in a junk shop in Bridgeport, and here spotted means saw it or found it. Junk shop means the shop where selling second hand or old materials. And Bridgeport, it is a market and a roll top desk. It is a type of desk for writing. The man said it was early 19th century. The man means here the seller, and oak. I had wanted one, but they were far too expensive. This one was in a bad condition, the roll top in several pieces. One leg clumsily mended, scotch marks all down one side. It was gone for very little money. I thought I could restore it. It would be a risk, a challenge, but I had to have it. I paid the man and brought it back to my workroom at the back of the garage. I began work on it on Christmas Eve. And once again, listen the summary of this paragraph. The story opens with the narrator present in a second-hand goods shop. He had been longing for a roll-top desk since a while, but couldn't get his hands on one because they were too expensive. Finally, he saw one at the junk shop in Bridgeport. The seller told him that it belonged to the days of the early 19th century and was made of oak. Oak is the name of a tree. Old as it was in poor shape. The roll top was not in single piece. One of its legs was unskillfully repaired, and it had marks on one of its sides as if it were burnt down. Because of it being old and the condition in which it was available for a very cheap price. So the narrator wanted to get it so badly that he believed he could restore it, even though it was less likely. Thus he bought it by paying the man in the shop and took it home. He took it to his workroom, which was at the back of his garage, and began working on it on the eve of Christmas. Okay, did you understand? So it's a very simple story. It's a simple paragraph. You have to read the first paragraph minimum 3 times, that is thrice. Okay, and through your WhatsApp I am giving you the word meaning of this chapter. So you have to write the word and the meaning in your fair copy. Okay, so let's continue. We will continue the class tomorrow. I hope you take care and thank you.